Good morning, Kilbourne. This is your WKHS news for Friday, March 24th. On this week's news, we learn about the Save Women's Sports Act, go behind the scenes of our school's first Culture Day, highlight Girls Lacrosse going D1, and ask students their favorite movies in honor of the Oscars. Your WKHS news starts now.
Good morning, Kilbourne. I'm Graham Brown.
And I'm Marissa Dolciato.
A new law has been introduced in the Ohio legislature.
Cameron talks to us more about Save Women's Sports.
The Save Women's Sports Act proposes a requirement of athletes to show their birth certificate when registering for a sport. Principal Eric Thomas discusses how this could impact Kilbourne.
I think that's a very good question and a tough question that we're dealing with. I think the overall goal of Ohio High School, and I would say Worthington schools, is to create a competitive balance. There's a lot of times when we're talking about divisions, Division 1, 2, 3, and 4, say in a sport, that we look at the size of schools so that there's a balance of competitiveness. And with this issue, I think Ohio High School will take a look at how can you balance the competition so that people are getting a great experience on the field or in the gym. And I think Kilbourne specifically will take a look at being supportive of student athletes, making sure that they have the things necessary to compete at a high level, training, coaches, and so forth. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. I'm not sure where it will land in terms of legislation, but we'll be here to support our student athletes the best we can.
While some states have passed laws regarding this issue, currently in Ohio, this bill is still in the early stages of legislation. This has been Cameron Dewey, WKHS News.
Did you know Kilbourne's Culture Day is coming up?
No, I didn't.
Well, Brooklyn and Maddie tell us more about what to expect.
I just want to the people know about my country, my culture, dance, food.
Miss Seasing and her students have arranged a Culture Day, taking place on March 28th through March 30th in the library. ELL students tell us what Culture Day is about.
So I want them to learn about my culture and how was my experience being here, and then also to respect other countries, other cultures, and know that it is difficult for others and people that don't know English.
The organizers hope to show their experiences in a different country and learning a different language.
It has been so difficult for me, learning a new language, because you can express yourself the way you want to.
I feel very insecure into say something wrong or just don't know what to say. And every day I need to remember to myself that I'm capable, because nothing is impossible.
Make sure to save the date and come down to the library. This has been Brooklyn Hopkins and Maddie Dill with your WKHS News.
How's the lacrosse team looking this year, Marissa?
Good, we had our first games this week.
Sophia and Avery tell us more about how Kilbourne Girls Lacrosse got bumped up to Division 1.
This season, the Girls Lacrosse team was promoted from Division 2 to Division 1. This change impacts their overall schedule and tournament play.
Yeah, so at first, me and a lot of the other girls were nervous to go D1, but after having a couple scrimmages and seeing where we're at in the season, I feel like it is definitely a good decision. In order to be the best, we have to play at the best level, so I think it was a really good decision made by our coaches.
I really appreciate that we moved up to Division 1 for Girls Lacrosse this year, because I feel like we've just grown a lot as a team and we've gotten a lot closer.
So at first, I was super shocked. I was honestly nervous because with our D2 schedule, we didn't win that many games. We kind of lost a lot. So being told that we were going to go D1 and play all the good D1 teams, I was really nervous that we were going to lose every game. But hopefully we're going to do okay.
With a more challenging schedule, players discuss how they've been preparing for the season and how practice has changed.
We've been conditioning a lot. We start almost every practice with conditioning, so that's definitely helped. And I would say we also are definitely a more diverse team. So we've all been practicing different positions, seeing like where we'll work best with each position. So I feel like that is definitely helping, and it sets us aside from the other programs because they can just throw us in at any position and we all work really well with it.
I feel like we've been doing a lot of conditioning, especially this year, only because we are Division I now and we are like a hardworking team. So we've been doing like a lot of like stick work and passing drills, and we've been just really working on like conditioning a lot.
So we have 2 new coaches that were new last year, but now they're like taking more initiative, and we've been running a lot more that we've never ran like before in previous years. And we're doing a lot more practicing like every single day, and like we're gonna go to North Carolina to play North Carolina teams for spring break. So we're just really bumping up the intensity, which I personally really like.
Good luck to Girls Lacrosse this season. This has been Avery Ellis and Sophia Cruz with your WKHS News.
Hey Marissa, did you watch the Oscars last week?
Yeah, there were some great movies that came out last year.
In honor of the awards, Jack and Ty asked students some of their all-time favorite movies.
With the Oscars still fresh in our minds, we asked students around Kilbourne what their favorite movie was. What's your favorite movie?
Home Alone.
What's your favorite movie?
Probably the Simpsons movie.
What's your favorite movie?
Happy Gilmore.
What's your favorite movie?
Step Brothers.
What's your favorite movie?
I'm gonna have to go with Frozen 2. Frozen 1 was a solid movie. You know, Elsa was lost and cold out there, but man, the sequel comes back with a punch. The Lost in the Woods song. I mean, you just can't get much better than that, lyrically, musically, from a full audience perspective. I'd have to a strong Frozen 2 for me.
My favorite movie is Cars.
Moana. What's your favorite movie?
Hangover. My favorite movie is Creed 2.
My favorite movie is Footloose.
This has been Jack St. Meyer and Ty Norton, WKHS News.
This has been your WKHS News. This weekend, boys volleyball, lacrosse, and baseball play.
Have a fun and safe weekend, Kilbourne, and remember to keep it classy. Have you tried the new? Oh, it's not new. Have you tried the Korean restaurant BBQ Chicken Columbus?
No, what is it?
I was about to say I don't know.